Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the One Duplicate Challenge series. In the previous episode we scouted out the second planetoid that you can see here, and I decided since the resources are so good on this one, I want to prepare it for volcano and geyser extraction sooner rather than later. I already decided this is going to be my division to space, and so this is the first step we're taking. Just making sure we have this entire ceiling done first of all before we then excavate all the materials. Now the living situation isn't that great, all we have is berry sludge that is good in our lives at the moment. However, the planetoid is basically producing the oxygen by itself and I cannot burn up, all I can do is get hypothermia, which usually isn't that much of an issue. So without any further ado, let's get this going. I'm gonna be spending a few dozen cycles on this planetoid before I'm probably happy. And I believe it is going to be more than worth it. Since I've been training my excavation and building skills on the main planetoid already, everything seems to go in hyperspeed. Let's open up a little something here towards the bottom so we get access to nice polluted oxygen. And I should probably make sure I can make my way back, so let's build that ladder. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Good clean oxygen to work with. Man, I already ran out of sedimentary rock. No, actually there is some more. Let's dig all of that up. Yeah, that should actually be plenty to continue the job a little bit. And I'm also gonna make my way here through the top. Another cycle has passed, our 806th poop. I'm gonna catch you back again once I've made some progress. Alrighty, we're back and it is maybe 1 or 2 cycles later. I don't know, I kind of lost track of time. But here we go. The most annoying part is out of the way, and that was the top portion here. I already started encasing all of the geysers and now I'm just working my way down, and I figured if I go in sets of 4s I don't have to build as many ladders and it actually goes pretty quickly. And here I am. It is slowly going towards the end of the cycle. My base excavation skill is currently at 29 and ever so steadily growing. So even the abyssalite isn't that brutal to mine out. And so this is the tale of how I slowly work my way down here. The goal is basically to dig all the way down until we reach approximately this spot where I'm gonna make another barrier, just like we made on the top. This way I can ensure this biome stays cold until all the uranium is mined. And at the same time we have a plain and open field, we have plenty of materials, and then if we have early access to aluminium, iron and gold, I'm gonna be quite happy, because with that we can do many things. And now it's all about that digging, and I have to say I'm making a really good job while watching YouTube on the side. It is actually very relaxing. You might have noticed that I decreased the frequency of the videos, and that is because my wife is currently out on a school trip for the better part of the week and the next week as well, so I have to manage everything. I'm totally fine, I just don't get to record as often. In this world I'm targeting everything to deconstruct, including the neural vacillators and all the props here, but I'm only gonna deconstruct them at the very end, just before we intend to go back to the main planetoid so we don't run into issues with the morale. Actually, it looks like my time is limited to about 20 more cycles on this planetoid. So let's try to make the best of it. It's not going to be enough to actually finish this. But you know, we might come back. It would be a major milestone to get all of this sorted out here on the second planetoid. I really can't tell you what it is or why it is, but it is extremely relaxing and not at all tedious to watch all of this unfold. I'm not stressing out about cycles, but more importantly, I'm also not stressing about what's happening in the background, because everything will be regulated and only this duplicate here is important. So it's such a different playthrough. Also, while observing everything, I figured that maybe some of the commands actually don't get executed or get executed late because I'm really quick. Like if I'm digging the abyssalite away so quickly that the next command doesn't get available before I'm done, then I'm looking out for another job that might be further away. So that also contributes to some of the weird behavior that we've seen. These moments I truly enjoy the most. And then we get to these abyssalite layers and I'm already getting impatient again. I was actually thinking about using the robo-miners to do everything, the excavation, but honestly it takes longer to do the setup for the robo-miners and then they can only dig out a certain amount of space. I'm probably just faster doing that, and we only really have to do that for the second and first planetoid. Actually, we don't even have to do it for those planetoids, but I just want to. I will probably never be able to leave a planetoid intact, to be honest. Whoops, maybe that was a little bit too much liquid. Yeah, doesn't look extremely cozy right now. I suppose maybe we could make a little bit more space here at the bottom and at the same time check out this volcano that I apparently missed. What is it? What is it? A infectious polluted oxygen vent. Okay, I don't mind that one. Definitely seen better. There we go. Now we have a little bit more space for the liquids and we can keep working on the top. Alrighty, we are back and I'm about to run out of berry sludge. This is how far we've made it. Not too shabby, I would argue, for just a single trip. However, we are not done with this. I'm not gonna rest until everything is squeaky clean and we would be able to get started with the next step. So I think what I'm gonna do is just clean the outhouse here and then we're gonna make our way back to the main planetoid in order to replenish the food. And refill the water. Wonderful. Now you pick up that Atmo suit and we make our way back. Yes, yes, yes. Teleport. See ya on the other side. Good. Now let's actually see what I'm going for. What are you doing? Picking up some sleet wheat. That's always good. And we are bringing it directly over. No, not really. Okay. I was just cured there of my cold. And oh, of course, we are missing the cooking skill. I need that back at least. Yeah, I guess this cycle is gonna consist in actually collecting some more sleet wheat. Did we get these to grow actually? Did they? Yeah, look at that. The sleet wheat grew at least once. And now we have quite a bit of bristleberries in there. That means, yeah, I'm gonna be able to cook a whole lot in the next cycle. But right now I'm still bringing the sleet wheat that has dropped in the meantime. I mean, currently the food is all we need to survive on the other planetoid and even be happy, thanks to the minus 20% stress per cycle bonus. Oh, something else that I believe I forgot is to set omelets to be cooked forever, since we're also getting some eggs every now and then. And I started cooking, but it's gonna be nighttime. Wonderful, that's what I'm talking about. This cycle I'm most definitely just gonna spend cooking, and while doing that, hopefully also increasing my cooking skills. Let's see, right now we have 12,000 kilocalories. We started with about 4,000, I believe, or maybe even 0. Still going strong, we are down to 20,000 kilocalories of bristleberries from 33,000 I believe we started at. Okay, that was one cycle of cooking and we ended up with 48,000 kilocalories. I think we just produced the last berry sludge and I also noticed we actually occasionally do get seeds from the looks of it. There are 5 blossom seeds in here. That is very interesting, so we can actually use a mutation lab with wild plants. Anyways, let's get all the seeds into this conveyor loader, like so, and they will be dropped into the storage. Wait a second. I think I sent the berry sludge over already. Yeah, I totally forgot to disable the guy. Wait a second, where's my teleporter? Right here. I gave this the highest priority, so Nathan is storing the materials in here, but that is actually fine because we want to go straight back over, right? And the more berry sludge we have over there, the better, I guess. However, now I would like to disable it by just unchecking that, and now we are going back over again. Teleporter, Nathan, let's do this. Alright, that was actually a quick and successful visit back home. We are gonna unequip the Atmo suit again, and then we are just gonna continue working on this planetoid until we're done. One moment, did our berry sludge arrive? Yeah, it's right there, but it's unreachable. Maybe we should make sure that we can reach this first. Berry sludge, 23 kilograms. Thank you. That's much more like it. Now we have 95,000 kilocalories, so theoretically we should be able to last 95 cycles. Yeah, looks like we are back in business. Pretty happy so far. And I guess I'm gonna be right back once we have a little bit of an update here with the digging. And back we are. Just look at the progress we've made. Also, the bees are added the entire time. We've already collected quite a bit of uranium in each hive. We're gonna get rid of the entire abyssalite layer and actually replace it with an insulated layer. And then we also want to collect all the materials here in the center spine. And we will be continuing this pattern. Everything that isn't uranium ore can go. And then every time we just have to sacrifice a tiny amount, we are gonna ignore that and mine them up. The reason you want to keep them in a tile, if I didn't mention that, is the bees get more efficiency out of them. If you mine them up first of all, you're gonna lose half of the mass for mining, and then the bees will only like take 80% of it and refine it. And even worse, if you mine it up and refine it yourself, that is the worst scenario. So ideally, we mine up everything that isn't uranium, so the bees have access to everything, but we might do that at a later date. At the moment, the carbon dioxide layer, or sometimes the liquid, is just too close for comfort, so I have to build these little ladders in order to be able to catch my breath and not lose too much time, because it's like 80% work and 20% catching breath. So it is a significant downgrade contrary to wearing an atmosuit. Also, maybe I took a little longer in order to make this border. Sometimes I really don't know why I have to do these things to me. And of course I did the same thing on the other side, but I rather did it now when the materials were still closer, because now most of the resources are at the bottom. Yeah, the border is going to be looking wonky for a couple of thousand cycles, but at least the aluminium volcano is going to be above it. And I think I want to go down straight here. Yeah, that's better. This way we somehow have the space to do something with this aluminium volcano as well. And then we just make our way up here, and that's going to be that. Nice, okay, let's keep going.
Okay, Leute, wir haben die 900er Zyklonmarke erreicht. Wir schreiben Geschichte hier.
Oh Gott, was mache ich nochmal mit meinem Leben? Nice, looks like we've made some substantial progress. I decided to drain a lot of the liquids because they are just gonna solidify here, which is great. And I also dug out a lot of the ice and snow that was around here. We are about to finish the border, and with that probably also the location of every geyser and vent. Whoa, hold on, how is this possible? We need to open up more. Wait, are you serious? It's this single ethanol 30.8 gram puddle. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Okay, then let's get rid of that one, I guess. And now my water can flow again. Yes, I want to see it all drained, especially the polluted water and normal water. I still kept a little bit of fresh water here to entertain my toilet and everything. In terms of berry sludge, we ate everything up to 46,000 kilocalories. We started with 95,000. So that means I must have spent about 50 cycles in order to make that progress. And I think what I'm gonna do in order to make some more space for my water is just open all of this up. Now I want to be careful with the carbon dioxide as it is knocking out the bees. Eventually they will consume it. However, what we have to prevent from happening is these carbon dioxide geysers opening up so they don't have to fight against the constant stream of carbon dioxide. But you know, just taking away another layer here or so in order to make some more space for my liquids cannot really hurt. And I think I'm actually gonna get rid of the uranium on the top here. It just doesn't look very pleasant, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. And instead we can then do something like that. Much better. Wait. Are you serious? Let me see what happens now. Okay, I can accept that. I was about to say, I don't want to see myself trapped again. And honestly, I think right here, I'm gonna temporarily open this up. First of all, to drain some more liquid, but then also to get rid of that ice. Yeah, like we really don't need all of this shebang here. I think after this layer, I'm gonna leave everything in place so we have the mass still. I don't want to lose half of the mass of everything, and we can fight against the heat of the water. Though at the moment, yeah, I think it's getting chilled down pretty quickly. I'm still gonna open up some spaces here to drain that pool, and then maybe some more here to drain this one. Yeah, actually let me make my way in here. It's gonna be a little bit easier. Wonderful. I'm pretty happy. I probably didn't get as much footage to use for this episode, but we did make a substantial step towards making ourselves metal independent. Well, I guess technically the digging out part wasn't necessary, but you know, one topic, one episode, and I figured hollowing out the entire planetoid is certainly one topic. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.